So we're going to be going over the first teaser trailer for Strike Force Heroes Remastered. As I'm sure you're aware, Strike Force Heroes was a series of Flash and mobile games that are now largely inaccessible. However, Sky9 Games are currently working on a remaster. Most of the information we have comes from the teaser trailer they released, as well as the subreddit, both of which are linked in the description. Obviously, make sure to watch the trailer first, and following that, I will analyze what I've seen. So the first few seconds of the teaser has the Unreal Engine logo. For those who are interested, Sky9 Games has confirmed that Strike Force Heroes Remastered is done in C++ in Unreal Engine 4. Next, there's a bunch of footage from the Foundry map from Strike Force Heroes 1. Strangely enough, in the final clip, you can see that the player, Justin, is playing the medic class, but he has a laser sight on the weapon. However, in the final game, the laser sight is only used by the assassin class with the vital sight skill. He's probably playing on a beta version of the game, but could this mean anything for the remaster? The next clip is a shot that pans across the remastered version of Foundry. Notably, there has been some aesthetic changes, such as the crucible being filled from above, whereas in the original, the crucible just seemed to have an unlimited amount of molten metal to pour. Also, there seems to be buckets on the left and right sides of the map, which may have to do with the dynamic environment that is shown later in the trailer, or maybe they're simply just decorative props. Either way, they did not appear in the previous version of the map, leading me to think that they're probably important in some way, along with the way that they're depicted, the increased contrast between the buckets and the background. They then showed the Strike Force Heroes Remastered logo, and then onto the players fighting. I want to focus a bit on the player for the moment. You can see that he uses the appearance of the general from Strike Force Heroes 2. In Strike Force Heroes 1, however, there was no general class, and revolvers were used by the medic class. Additionally, the class emblem is the Gunslinger class from Strike Force Heroes 3. From what we have seen, the model is just a placeholder, but I want to reiterate the point that Foundry is a Strike Force Heroes 1 map, and there is no analog to what class the player is playing as in Strike Force Heroes 1, i.e., a class of dual revolvers. The developers have said that in splitting up the remaster into two games, Strike Force Heroes 1 Remaster will keep its original 4 classes, with Strike Force Heroes 2 Remastered coming at a later date. Just want to bring that up when I'm commenting on the gameplay. This is just speculation, but the most distinguishing feature of the general is his beret. In Strike Force Heroes 1, only the assassin had a beret, but in the updated art, the commando now also has a beret. We know that each class's skills have been updated for the remaster. Could this mean that the commando could be picking up some of the general support roles for the remaster? While we are talking about the player models, I want to bring up that the developers have confirmed female versions, which was also a feature early in Strike Force Hero 1 and 2's development. Next, the Juggernaut, Connor, is definitely more reminiscent of Strike Force Heroes 1, gameplay-wise. You can see him with the shield, something that only the Juggernaut from Strike Force Heroes 1 had. To me, the shield looks most like the police shield. They continue with the gameplay, and what stands out to me are the damage numbers and the red X's when somebody dies. We've never gotten damage numbers before, though in previous games we have had criticals, headshots, and numbers of credit earned per kill as a pop-up. So the player goes through a few more classes, some native to Strike Force Heroes 1, some not. The explosion effects do look much improved. Next, they show off the dynamic environments, where the player blows out a wall panel with a rocket. This reminds me of the fruit stand in Strike Force Heroes 2's market. Looking forward to seeing how reactive the environments are. Some prime examples come to mind, such as the water effects in Village, the different effects of the wind on your projectiles relative to the inside of the plane on Hijacked, and etc. Here they show off improvements and rebalances. Notably, the player lunges forward when swinging his katana. This is a new feature, as we've never seen a melee lunge before in previous titles. It seemed to be done only in the air, as the player lunges forward when swinging the katana in the air, but seconds later we see Coulson swinging his katana without lunging, while he is running on the ground. Next, we see the voice commands. It looks to be a way to command your teammates around, as the player says, "Group on me," and Corbin says, "I've got your back." In the previous games, the players did speak when they used the kill streak. However, I think this is a different context in which voice commands are used. They show off split-screen co-op and multiplayer. I think they're referring to local multiplayer, as online multiplayer is something they're focusing on for Strike Force Heroes 2 Remastered. There's also an exclamation point icon, which only shows up for the split-screen clips, and one other clip. Same great action, and here you can see the other clip with the exclamation point I was talking about. Not quite sure what it means. I initially thought it could have been for objective markers, but all other HUD elements are missing, e.g. ammo, health, kill streaks, etc. And we end on a shot of the infamous sheep cannon. You got this weapon in Strike Force Heroes 2 through getting 3 poops in a row in the slot machine. Could this mean that the slot machine is returning in the remaster? It was notably absent in the original game. And here's the end card. If you are interested in the music in the trailer, it's called Rocket Race by Waterflame. It will be linked in the description below. It might sound familiar to you if you played Race. This concludes my analysis on the first teaser trailer. I hope you learned something, and if you agree or disagree with my analysis, or I missed anything, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.